Hello and welcome to my channel. This is my channel where I chat about knitting and all the stuff about yarn. So if you are interested in works in progress and knitting and yarn and patterns and new designs, sneak peeks, behind the scenes, all of that, definitely hit that like and subscribe button because we're going to be diving in today. We have quite a lot to share. I checked before podcasting and the last podcast I did was 3 weeks ago, and I do think that I got quite a bit done since then. So when I last podcasted, I was getting ready to go to the amazing Hippie Strings retreat out in Jasper, Alberta. Since then, I have uploaded 2 fun videos. So I've uploaded my details of the retreat and all of behind the scenes and my travels. I've as well uploaded a video right before was the prepping to go onto the retreat. So both of those are now on your YouTube here. I will also put them in the description box. I am just so excited. I'm a little out of practice. It's only been 3 weeks, but it feels like longer. So I kind of brought everything. I just want to make sure that I don't miss out on showing you all anything. But you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Julienne Knitter. You can also find my incredible Patreon group over on Patreon and search Twin Stitches Designs, or you can find it linked down below. I also upload a brand new video here on YouTube every single Thursday, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't miss out on any fun videos. All right, enough chit-chatting. Let's dive deep into the knitting. Since the last time that we spoke, I have since put out the test knit call for my everyday v-neck, which is a brand new design from me. It is knit bottom up and was finished on the last podcast, but I had not shown it off or worn it. So here it is in all of its amazing glory. This was knit out of Campfiber Yarns in her almond milk for her Vibrant 80/20, which is the fingering weight base. And I used pressed flowers for the Suri, which was extra sprinkles, which means that there are extra speckles in it. So it's a really, really fun, super simple, perfect fitting tee. It's knit on US 8, so very loose gauge, very drapey garment. So much fun to knit. So right now that is in test knitting and will be probably coming out in either June or July. So definitely take a look out for this pattern to come. If you don't want to miss out on any of my test knit calls, definitely click the link down below. I'll put it, it's a test knitting earburn list. And what that is, in Ravelry, I just send off a message and you are tagged in it for every single test knit call. So you don't have to apply, but it's just that you get the notifications and you don't miss out on a test knit call. So if you see any designs and you're like, oh my God, I want to test knit that, definitely get on that test knitting earburn list. The other, we've had 2 finished objects. Oh yeah, 2 finished objects. So this one was actually a work in progress on the last time we chatted. And this was the little sweater that I had knit. So I was just splitting the sleeves and I was maybe about here on the body. So before I left for the retreat, my goal was to try and finish both of these sweaters before leaving, which I actually did manage to do. So this is a super simple little pullover. Was knit in We Are Knitters, the Petite wool, and this was in the colorway Marshmallow. This one is going to be for Claire. I did this in the 6 to 8 year old size. Just really simple, but a really fun, fun little design. Absolutely adore this. So since then, I finished the one before leaving on the trip, and friends, I actually did manage to finish the second one. So this is the exact same pattern. It's the Petite wool in Yarnicorn. So this is the one for Chloe. I will put my affiliate link down below in case you are interested in this yarn. It's absolutely amazing. It knit up so fast. I maybe finished these sweaters in 2 days. Like, it was ridiculously fast. Both of these have been done. I forget, I want to say I was knitting them on a US 10. Since they are a bulky weight, they knit up crazy fast. I wish my sweaters would knit this fast. So I will be working on the pattern for these. So look out for that. And they are both with We Are Knitters. They're both top-down seamless sweaters. All of my sweaters are usually for children's sizes, graded from baby all the way to 10-year-olds. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But yes, I'm so happy that I finished these. The girls were so excited. It's been warm here, warmer than normal. So they haven't actually worn these, and I don't want them necessarily to wear them to daycare before I'm able to take the photos and the measurements and all of that fun pattern stuff. Because I do know that once I give it to them, they will wear it out. The girls are extremely knit-worthy. I've mentioned this so many times. They will choose their hand-knit sweaters over other sweaters that they have. So I know that once I gift these to them, there's no taking that back. And I just want to make sure that once I gift it to them that I'm like, okay, you can bring it to daycare, you can do whatever. So there's something so special. And I may potentially even save these for the fall. The girls are going to be starting kindergarten, both of them. I have twins, if you did not know, that are 5 years old. And it may be a fun, special, you know, little pullover from mommy, because the fall here can get cold in the east coast of Canada. So I may even keep them for the fall. Who knows? But yes, so these were done. I was very proud of myself to be able to finish that before I went on my knitting retreat. I was so incredibly honored to teach at the Hippie Strings retreat. That group of ladies was so amazing. I can't say good enough things. They were so sweet and kind and incredible and just an absolute hoot to be around. I got to meet Laura, one of my besties. Finally got to meet her in person, which was, it was so funny because when I met, she picked me up at the airport in Edmonton, and when we sat down and we drove, it was like no time had passed, or that it was just, there was no awkwardness. There was no nothing. Like, it was just exactly as if we were chatting online, but we were in person. It was absolutely incredible. So if you haven't checked out that video, highly suggest it. You'll see the mountains and the retreat and all the locations. So you'll see all of that in that vlog. For the works in progress, I do have two works in progress that are quite significant. I'm really proud of myself for these. Grabbing them now. On the last podcast, I did share that I was going to be casting on a brand new design using Maggie of YarnAceous, both of her yarns. So I was going to be using this fingering weight yarn, which is her 8525, or 8515, excuse me, Salta Fingering, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 437 yards per 100 grams in ecological disaster, holding it double with her Raptor lace, which is a Suri Alpaca lace and silk. So 74% Suri Alpaca, 26% silk, 328 yards per 50 grams in Naturalite. And I am holding these two together. This is a brand new design that I'm working on. Also, I had cast on just a little back neck. Like, I had nothing else but the little tiny back neck. And since then, I have, oh yeah, friends, I did a ton of progress on my trip. I am currently on the ribbing. Now, a few things about this sweater. I had originally, when I was traveling, started the ribbing, finished the ribbing. And when I got home and I tried it on, it was too short. It was shorter than I would have liked because I was mid-airplane, and I definitely, miscalculated in the airplane, which is completely reasonable. I thought that I was ready for the ribbing and I wasn't. So I since then ripped out the full ribbing, 3 inches of rib, and I am redoing it, which I'm so happy that I did. A tip is that whenever you are second guessing yourself for your hand knit, or if there's something that's bothering you a little bit, I highly suggest ripping it out and starting again, just because if it bothers you now, you won't wear it. And I knew that if I kept that length, that it was just like right, it was like sort of lengthish, but I love a nice long pullover. I don't like cropped, and I really wanted this to be very comfortable so that I can wear with leggings or my little dress pants, whatever that I have, and I wanted it to be something very, very wearable. So I knew that if I didn't tink back, and I added a good almost 2.5 inches. So I tinked back, added 2.5 inches, and I am now on the ribbing again. I did the neckline, but I am actually going to be ripping it out. You can say this is truly a work of love. I am going to be ripping it out a little bit because I do find that it's too tight. So I just want to change it a little bit, but I do love it. I love the shaping. I love the V-neck details. I love everything about it. You see a lot of this during my vlog to the Hippie Strings retreat, because this was my main project for the entire weekend, which is the reason I was able to do so much progress. I am working on the ribbing right now, and it will be a long sleeve, but there will be a short sleeve option. So I'm thinking this sample might be a short sleeve or a long sleeve. I'm not quite sure yet on what I'm wanting it to be, but yes, I want to redo the neckline because it's just a little tighter than I would like. I am absolutely loving it. I'm holding these double and knitting them with a US 8, the exact same gauge as this one with the fingering weight and lace weight. I absolutely adore that gauge because it's not dense at all. It's a very flowy, and you can see the fabric is so nice and flowy and really, really comfortable to knit. And I really prefer that gauge. The test knit call for this one will probably be in 2 to 3 weeks, if that, because I'm planning on finishing up the ribbing this week and then deciding with the collar what it's going to be. So I actually already wrote up the pattern yesterday. I'm ahead of myself. I'm so glad that I'm getting things done. I am knitting these on my Knit Picks Prism aluminum needles. Really love these. And I have them in a knitting unicorn kind of little tote bag-ish. I just love these for sweaters because they're big bags that you can fit so much in them. And yeah, I think that is it on this one. Like I said, if you want to test knit this one, it's going to be a fingering weight held with lace weight. And I will be putting out the test knit call probably, I would say, in 2-ish weeks. And it is definitely such a comfort knit. Like, I can't even tell you how good it feels and amazing and everything. So we'll see when I get that test knit call out, but I'm hoping to get it out somewhat soon. That is the first work in progress, and I've done so much progress on it. I'm really proud of myself. The second work in progress is surprisingly a test knit. Kika is a designer who I absolutely adore, and I saw that she was coming out with a test knit call, and I jumped on right away, and I surprisingly got accepted, and I was all giddy. This is something that I don't do very often, is test knit from other designers, but is something that I want to do a little bit more of. I just find that there are so many incredible designers out there, and we can always learn from each other, as well as just different ways of writing patterns and things and constructions. And it's such a great way to expand, even if you're not a designer, but a knitter, to expand your knitter's toolbox and able to really understand different types of ways of knitting. So I am actually doing this using all stash yarn. I am so proud, absolutely adore this. It is a new construction to me, and I am loving it. I am knitting it's a stripy, I will put the name of the design right here. It is not yet out. I am test knitting this, and I am using, like I said, all stash yarn. I will also link my project page on Ravelry with the names of the yarns and everything. So this right now is top down, and I tried it on and it fits perfectly. I love it. If I'm brave enough, I will put a photo of myself here wearing it. And the main color for this, it's all knit with DK weight yarn, or you can hold fingering weight doubles. So I had perfect amount of this Knit Picks Capra DK weight in Eclipse Tether. Yeah. Also, never be scared if you are knitting to use commercial yarns with hand-dyed yarns. I think that is a great way for making your garments more affordable when knitting something, especially a big sweater. You may not want to do all hand-dyed yarn. When you use a mix of commercial yarns, it's really, really great and absolutely love it. So this one has a little bit of cashmere in it. I will need about 9 skeins of this, and I actually do have 9 full skeins. It is 85 merino wool, 15% cashmere, and 123 yards per 50 grams. This is my main color that I'm going to be striping throughout the whole sweater, but changing my contrast colors. The first contrast color that I chose, and I think I have all of these correct because I removed the labels. All of the contrast colors are Whitney of MoonGlow in her yarn, and I am holding them double. So they are fingering weight, which I'm holding double to create that DK weight. And I did, yes, I did measure my gauge, everything, my swatch, everything measures out exactly. So this one was the first color, which is called Wild Orchid. And I used for the top color right here. So this is Wild Orchid with Knit Picks Capra. This one right here is her Cottonwood Breeze with the Knit Picks Capra. And then the 3 other colors, because you need 5 contrast colors for this sweater, are these beautiful colors right here. This one is called Moonlit Lilac, Hydrangea. And this one I will put the name down here. I am thinking for the body to do this hydrangea on the bottom, and then these 2 purples for the sleeves. This is my thinking, and I only have 1 more stripe of the Cottonwood Breeze before adding in the 3rd color. And this test knit is due on June 8th. So I just cast this one on Saturday. I got the pattern on Saturday, so it's a very, very, very quick test knit, but I'm just kind of flying in through. I'm knitting these on a US 6 Knit Picks a Prism aluminum needles, my favorite. And I'm really loving it so far. So I'm really excited, and honestly, really loving test knitting for someone else. There is something very soothing and just mindless of knitting someone else's pattern, because there is, when I'm knitting my own, for an example, this one, there's a lot of ripping out and, ooh, I don't like this. And a lot of this pattern, actually, the sweater that I designed it on the go while traveling. So I'm actually calling this one my Rocky Mountain sweater, because we actually visited the mountains in Jasper. It was just absolutely gorgeous. And I designed that whole sweater while on the retreat, which was amazing, but at the same time takes a lot of thought. And, you know, what do you want? What, you know, am I doing this? Am I decreasing, increasing? Or am I doing ribbing? How long? Like everything, you're always making sure that you plan out that knit. Whereas a test knit or knitting another pattern, it's just so mindless because you are able to just let go. You're not in control, someone else is, and there is such a freedom to that. And it is amazing. I am just loving it right now. It is after I just finished a massive project and I feel like a weight has been lifted off, and this was the perfect time. And I'm just really, really excited. So at the moment I am rewatching Gilmore Girls, and I have watched it only once. I think it was last year or the year before, 2 years ago, I think, for the first time. And I'm rewatching it while knitting on these 2 sweaters because they are perfect for it. Just a really nice vanilla mindless knitting, and loving it so far. Now, if you see this weird green thing, these are cords that so many people are now selling, and you can try on your hand knits, and you can see that I've put it onto the needle, and you just slide your stitches on, and you can try your hand knits, without using like the whole waste yarn or another needle or anything. And then you can easily just slide them right back on. It's magical. Absolutely magical. I love it. And that is that sweater. By the next podcast, that will be done because it does need to be done by June 8th, which is next week, the week after. I think I have 2 weeks. 2 weeks-ish. But I'm hoping after this week the body is done, then do the sleeves and the collar. I'll be done in no time. I'm a pretty fast-ish knitter once I get knitting. The last project that I can't really call a work in progress yet, but I did do my swatch, which I was really, really proud of myself. I am casting on the Bubble Cardigan by Stephen West. I'll put a photo here. I've spoken about this so many times. Can't even tell you, you are probably very annoyed hearing about this. And you're like, Julie, just cast that thing on already. Well, friend, I am. I am casting it on as soon as this sweater is done. Like, this is getting cast on. I've done my gauge swatch, and this was more to figure out the colors than it was for the gauge itself. I just wanted to make sure the colors that I chose were something that I wanted, and it is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. This is like the Whitney train. I'll have to text Whitney and let her know. I am knitting up the Bubble Cardigan using Whitney of MoonGlow's yarn. I'm going to be using this one is called Black Diamond. This will be my main color. This is the one that will be all of the ribbing, all around the shawl, the ribbing, and the bottom, which will be this beautiful dark charcoal color. And then my contrast colors, I have all my tags here. This is Whitney's tag. All of these, I forgot to mention as well for this sweater, are all on her 75-25 merino nylon, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon per 100 grams, 463 yards. Because I am using fingering weight for this one and this one, because this one's fingering weight held double, creating that DK weight gauge, but this one is just fingering by itself. All right, now for the colors, if I can get all of these correct. This one is called Palest Peach. We have Cashmere Rose, Haunted Rose, which is my favorite of Whitney's, Pink Peony, and I think this one didn't really have a name because we were collaborating for it, but I think this one is her, this is her gray. Why am I blanking? It's a gray. And I am just obsessed with these colors together. They look so good. Can I do this? Can I? Ha! Friend! Oh, please don't fall. So these are the colors of the Bubble Cardigan. And then you have like that deep, deep charcoal as the contrast, which I think is going to be amazing. And yes, I know I have color in my life. Especially the Haunted Rose is my favorite. I want a sweater just in this color. Like just, it's so pretty. I will also link my Ravelry project page to this with all the colorways. And then that one as the beautiful contrast, just absolutely amazing. If you want to come and join, we are starting the COLORPOP make along on June 1st. And this is going to be in my Patreon group. It's exclusive to the Patreon group. We're gonna have monthly prizes, knit along, Zooms, everything. And on June 6th, we actually have Stephen West of West Knits coming to chat and speak to our group. So this is gonna be a recorded event, just in case you can't make it live. We also, I'm uploading this tomorrow, but till Friday, May 26th, I actually have some swag in the shop for pre-order, a fun tote bag as well as stickers. all for the fun make along. So in case you are interested, come and join. This is Erin Wait Tearing Up. We will be having a fun cast on a Zoom party on June 1st. So I hope to see you all there. I may for this though cast this on, but technically, I mean, this also counts. So for the ColourPop make along, I released a full YouTube video explaining everything. So I will link that below. But it's knit and crochet any project using minimum of 3 to 4 different colors. This can be just like a little tiny bit of color work, counts. You can bring works in progress. You don't have to finish your project during those 3 months to be eligible for prizes. It's really all about encouraging each other and having fun together. That's all it's about. All my knit alongs in our group is all about having fun and encouraging each other. So come and join, and if you join before May 31st, you will get a coupon code for 10% off the Twin Stitches Designs yarn shop to be able to purchase anything for the knit along. So what are you waiting for? Click the link below, come and join. And it also supports me as a knitwear designer and business owner because this is my full-time job. A lot of people may think that I do something else. No, friends, no, this is the full-time job. So if you love this type of content and want to come and support me, come over on Patreon. We would absolutely love to have you. Okay, so everything I've been working on, that's it. The next thing that I want to share is acquisitions, is actually all the things that I purchased at the Hippie Strings retreat, which I haven't actually shared yet. So let's go to acquisitions. Oh, I love the fluff. I have been obsessed with Suri Alpaca. Like, I don't even know if obsessed is a good enough word. It's just absolutely incredible. Laura of Campfiber Yarns actually created an exclusive colorway for the Hippie Strings retreat, which I obviously had to purchase a sweater quantity because you just do. Okay, you don't question it. When somebody does an exclusive colorway for an event that you go to, you just get it. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You grab it. And I grabbed it. Let me snag it now. Okay. I grabbed 3 skeins of her Suri. So this one is called the Overlander Mountain, which is the location that we actually stayed at, the Overlander Mountain Lodge. I mean, look at that. Isn't that stunning? Oh, I cannot wait. This is not available in your shop. It was exclusive for the retreat. And then I picked up 3 full skeins of her Merino Squish, which is 100% superwash merino. 3 skeins of the main color. So I will be obviously holding the fingering weight with the lace weight, creating a beautiful, beautiful sweater. And then I also picked up 3 skeins, which I will be posting in the Patreon group for a giveaway. So again, another reason to come and join. I had, there was the Campfiber booth as well as Gingersnap. I picked up 1 sock set and I purchased all of these. I picked up her Overlander Mountain sock set, which is completely sold out in her shop. And I think there was only like 1 left at the retreat itself. And I will be giving this away in the Patreon group, as well as 2 skeins of Gingersnap I decided to pick up for you all. This one is called Spiced Peach, and this one is Field of Cornflower. So these are all going to be for a fun giveaway in my Patreon group. Just to say a big, massive thank you for their support, because every little bit helps, and I wanted to give back in a certain way. So these are fun. This one is exclusive to the event. I think they have them in their shop. I will also link Gingersnap in the comments, as well as Laura of Campfiber. So that is what I received, or I purchased, I should say, at the retreat. I also purchased potentially a sweater from Hippie Strings and a t-shirt, which I have been wearing that sweater non-stop. If you look at any of my lives recently, you'll see that green sweater. It says Hippie Strings. I've been wearing that thing nonstop. It is so beyond comfortable. I can't help myself. But yes. All right, friends, thank you so much for checking out the podcast, and I hope you really enjoyed it. And if you do, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys again next time. Bye, friends.